just us two?
There's two more.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
Man.
Alright, so we get started first with Cam Rising, Jaylon Glover. Go ahead and open up with questions.
Jaylon, what did it feel like to score your first touchdown?
It was a surreal moment. We got to act like you've been there before. So, first of many, and I'm excited to keep going.
Cam, obviously you guys get a lot of offense. I mean, what was kind of the mindset going into today, knowing who the opponent was?
Just come out and dominate, pretty much. Just do everything we can. We've been putting in the work, and we understand that they're a good team, and yeah, we just needed to make sure that we're handling our business.
Cam, the first quarter in terms of offense, it was a little sloppy here and there, but like after that, it pretty much was night and day. What do you think shifted after that?
We just kept shooting ourselves in the foot and just putting ourselves way behind the sticks, and that made it hard for us. But we just didn't flinch and just made sure that we made the next series count, and that's the most important thing right there for us.
I know that you guys wanted to take some more shots downfield. Do you feel like you were able to do that a little bit more today?
Yeah, we definitely did.
Cam, just talk about Chris Curry's game. He had a breakout game today.
Yeah.
For today. Just what does it feel like and mean to see him succeed so much already this season?
He's a great back, and it's always good when you get a guy like him going, and to see him running downhill and hitting those holes hard like that, and shouldn't be reaching the ball across for that touchdown, but it was a great run, and I'm excited for him and just happy to have him with the team working like that.
Jaylon, how hard is it to kind of be patient and kind of get into it, but know when you get on the field you were able to?
It's not really hard, especially when you got a group of guys like this. Just make you excited to come every day in and get out and get better. Ultimately, I know I'm a young guy and I got a lot of years ahead of me. So, my job is just to stay healthy, stay ready, and cheer my guys while they're on the field.
Dalton, you were a big catalyst at the beginning of the passing game and everything else. What was it like to be able to kind of jumpstart that and kind of help the team move along?
It was awesome. I mean, opportunities came my way. Just trying to make the most of them.
Dalton, what do you think, with the score of this margin, what do you kind of take away from that game?
I mean, there's going to be still a lot to correct on film. So we'll watch film, make those corrections, and then look towards San Diego State.
Was there anything said from Kyle after that first quarter where, obviously, Cam, you said that you were just kind of sloppy a little bit. Did it need to be said, or what kind of happened?
No, we knew what we needed to do, and just needed to go out there and execute, put it on tape.
Lander, you record your first sack. Talk about that experience and the opportunity to play at home.
I mean, it felt good to have my first sack in my career, but I expect many more to come. And I mean, the environment was great, but I can only imagine next week will be even better.
The defense obviously got kind of picked apart last week in terms of how Kyle said it was soft and everything. How do you feel like you guys responded today?
I feel like we did well today. I mean, all week in preparation, we're honing in on physicality, being dominant up front, and I feel like today we are truly dominant up in the front seven.
Cam, on offense, it seemed like everybody got a share of the ball throughout this game. Just what does it do for you guys as you guys move forward?
Just gives the whole entire group confidence, and just going forward knowing that we have so many guys that are so versatile that can be used in so many different situations, and it's just exciting for the whole offense as a whole.
Dalton, what were you thinking on the second catch when you decided to go with the hurdle there?
I don't know if I'm ever going to do that again, to be honest.
He told me he was going to do it right before the game.
I've said that quite a bit, though. I thought the guy was going to catch me, to be honest. I didn't know if I was going to get over him, but it worked out.
Lander, the defense only gave up 85 total yards to SUU. Have you been a part of a defense that was that dominant ever?
Not that I can remember, no. I mean, I feel like we had a good day today. Yeah.
What do you think was so effective about the defense?
I think really we just controlled up front. We were able to control gaps on the line of scrimmage and be able to fit up his linebackers and just force him to throw the ball.
Any other questions?
guys remember Henry Kissinger? Too young. These glasses are Henry Kissinger glasses. Nobody in here knows Henry Kissinger. Oh, okay, there you go. It's dead ringer for him. Okay. Well, obviously we did a lot of good things. I mean, we expected to win the football game. I mean, that's a given, and but you don't always do what you're supposed to do. Things don't always go the way they're supposed to go. So it was good to see our guys perform efficiently, make a lot of plays, both sides of the ball. Had some special teams miscues that we got to get fixed. I mean, kicking the ball out of bounds. I mean, there's things we did that just we can't do if we hope to have the type of season we want to have. And so we got things to correct. There's no doubt about that. A game like this is as valuable for our twos as it is for our ones. Get a great evaluation on the twos. The second O played the entire second half. The first D played one series in the second half, and then it was all the twos the rest of the way. So we'll get a good evaluation on those guys and see what we got there. Came out of the game mostly healthy. We got some guys that are question marks. We'll take another look at tomorrow. Otherwise, it was a lot of good stuff. Other than about a 3 or 4 or 5 minute stretch in the second or the first quarter where we bogged down a little bit, it was all clean, efficient, good stuff. So a good game to get behind us and get ready for the next one. And then it's the season. Here we go. I mean, it's on starting this week. We got San Diego State coming to town, a team that got us last year, and we need to prepare and be ready for that one. So questions?
What do you attribute to that first quarter and just kind of the sloppy play?
Well, it wasn't all sloppy. I mean, we got out. What was it, 14-0? I can't remember how the sequence unfolded, but we just, of course, we turned the ball over in that stretch of time, which was a negative. But we just weren't in sync for just a few minutes there, but then we got back in sync. It was really good to see the offense execute those actually two 2-minute drills at the end of the first half. We scored on both of them, and that was good. That's things that you can never get too much work at. And so I don't have a good answer for why we bogged down, but it was only 5 minutes out of 60, so the other 55 minutes were pretty good.
Anybody stand out in particular?
What's that?
Did anybody stand out in particular this game, especially
Well,
somebody you're hoping
Cam
to break
Rising,
out?
Dalton Kincaid, did a nice job, caught 6 or 7 balls. I thought the offensive line played well. Defensively, much better against the run. I mean, you'd expect that. I mean, that's not something that we didn't anticipate. We knew we'd be better this week against the run. Are we good enough? We'll find out as we go along throughout the remainder of the season.
How did you think the red zone play was compared to last game? I know that you had.
Haven't analyzed it completely yet, but statistically it appeared better. I think we only got stopped one time down there, if I remember correctly, and so it was more efficient and more what we're used to.
Thoughts on Jaylon Glover?
Jaylon Glover, he's a talented kid. Yeah, he's right now he's our third back, fourth back. We're blessed in that position. We got a good room in the running backs, and I thought for his debut, he didn't get any snaps last week in the game, but he made the most of his snaps this week, and I don't know what he ended up with, 50 yards ish, 50-something yards, 53 yards. Is that right? Get these glasses on. Yeah. So yeah, Jaylon's a guy that we have a lot of belief in. Chris Curry and Tavion Thomas are obviously ahead of him right now, but Jaylon his time will come.
Do you worry about that Tavion fumble? I mean, and obviously.
I worry about every turnover. Yep, and that's something that plagued him last year early in the season. He got it corrected. Now it's shown up here this season a couple times, and so we've got to continue to work on it and emphasize it and make it it's important to him. I know that he's not being just reckless with the ball or loose with the ball in practice. I mean, he's always focused on it and concentrating on it, but there's some lapses in games where it gets a little loose, and we've got to fix that.
How do you keep his level of confidence when it's kind of happening?
Well, you keep his level of confidence up by continuing to feed in the ball. Just one fumble, you don't just yank him and sit him on the bench for long periods of time. You say, hey, all right, you know what you did. Let's get back out there and get going again. And he hung on to the ball the remainder of this game, although he didn't play in the second half, like I said.
What can you take away defensively from this performance, considering last weekend?
Well, again, the run defense was it was a 180 from last week. Now, obviously, the level of competition is different, so you can't just put all your stock in the numbers. We got to go watch the tape and see how we did with our fundamentals, with our technique, with our fits, and make sure we're doing all that stuff right. And because sometimes things can become masked in a win, if you don't really analyze the film, which we'll do. I mean, we'll analyze the film and make all the corrections.
So RJ had a pick six, which extends the streak of 19 seasons with a pick six. What does that mean to this program?
We've had 19 seasons with a pick six in a row.
19 straight.
Wow, I didn't know it was that long. Well, it extends it to 19 games, and we hope to get another one or two this year. But I don't know what else to say besides I didn't realize it was that long. I thought maybe half that, but I knew we had a streak going, but I had no idea it was that long.
Cam was strong today. What did you see from the backups, though, as they came into the second
Yeah, I thought Bryson Barnes came in and ran the offense efficiently. The whole offense wasn't available to him. We weren't going to push the ball down the field much in that second half. We knew that. In fact, when Jaquinton Jackson got in, it was no throws at all. There was not going to be a throw. And I thought both of them did exactly what they should have done under the circumstances and performed very well.
But you mentioned the level of competition today is a little bit different than like what you'd be used to, I guess. When a game is the point margin that it was today, what's the challenge in taking away something from the game when you watch the film?
Well, I don't know if there's a challenge other than making sure your players understand that we got a lot to fix and we don't have all the answers and we got to get better if we want to get to where we ultimately want to end up. We've got to keep improving and don't be misled by the lopsidedness of the game because we still have plenty of things to fix. And Southern Utah played hard. I mean, they're well coached and they play hard. There was just a talent difference. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Did you get the progression from week 1 to 2 today?
Think so. We're going to watch the tape, and again, it's more the details that we're looking for and the fundamentals and techniques that we have been teaching and making sure they're employed out there and that they're doing things the way we need them done.
What was your vantage point of Dalton jumping over a guy in the game today? What was your vantage point of Dalton jumping over a guy?
My vantage point, I had a pretty good look at it on the board. I didn't, I was kind of obscured, but I found myself watching the board as often as the play on the field because you get a better view and perspective. And it's a pretty athletic move. I was pretty impressed by it. He's a tremendous athlete. If you're talking about who is the best pure athlete on the team, he's in that argument.
I know you talk about the level of opponent and everything, but is it encouraging to you as a coach to be able to see there's not really a drop off from those 2s to 3s?
Yeah, and I was pleased with the 2-0 line. I thought the 2-0 line went out there. That's a good-looking group. I mean, they're young and inexperienced, but the both tackles are 6'8", and both guards are 6'5", and the center's a big kid, and so that was good to see them play with the efficiency that they played because we were every bit as efficient with that group as with the first group.
You mentioned how valuable this game is for your 2s and 3s. Just what does that do for you as a team moving forward?
Well, get your guys that you may have to count on reps and give them experience, and that's invaluable. I mean, practice is great, but it's not like game reps, and game reps are what you hope to get your 2s at certain points during the season if you're taking care of business. And I think in the long run, that really helps you not only this year, but going into next year when those guys need to become number 1s.
With the way college football is changing, would you like to see these types of games go away, move them to like maybe a spring game type thing? Or?
No, I don't have any opinion on that. I just think they will go away. It's not necessarily my desire, but I think the way that's heading, that when you get to the super conferences, they'll just play each other and nobody else. That's how it's going to go down.
Obviously, you mentioned you want to watch tape on the defense, but did you like the intensity and tenacity from the group?
Yes, absolutely. And the tackling was much better. Now, we know that we should have tackled better last week than we did, and we did this week, which was great.
Do you think you have anything in common with Henry Kissinger?
No, just the glasses. Me and him, yeah, just the glasses.
What did you think of Junior's interception?
I thought there's no way. I saw it hanging in the air, and I saw him coming. I thought he can't get there. There's no way. And he hit the gas pedal and did a really nice maneuver where he turned sideways to scoop it so he can make sure he got his hands underneath it. It was very athletic. He's an athletic kid. He played linebacker in high school, and he's a very good linebacker. So he's not always been a